Integrity. Let's talk about being aligned with your values. Once again, when I lived in Ackworth, I had an obsession with being a good person. But I wanted to explain my integrity. And you go, Bobby, you don't have it. I did. I really did. You see, when I reported this church as a human trafficking ring and everybody got busted, they brought me the perjury to sign. Remember, when I was in traffic, they caught me in a 3-car Delta, put a gun to my head, told me they were going to kill me, and I talked my way out of it, and then they started bringing me a perjury, and I refused to sign it. I did. And then I was beat, raped, waterboarded, continuously threatened. People kept turning up with guns, and people just kept hurting me. This includes my own family, who poisoned me with, you guessed it, heavy metals. And once I was retarded, they got me to sign the perjury. And this isn't just that, but also when I was president. Because when they briefly made me president, once again, they fucked me up more. They kept traumatizing me, they kept hurting me, and then they forced me to violate every moral I had, which was the complete destruction of my integrity. And then these virtue signalers, the cinema guys, this entire church go, choose integrity. Choose integrity. That thing that got me beat, raped, waterboarded, forced to violate every fucking value I have, assaulted, and just continuously hurt by you people, drugged. I was drugged many times by you people, and then you want to say, choose integrity? Integrity looks like the kind of shit that gets people killed unless you're blonde-haired and blue-eyed, and the church isn't gonna test you when they hand you something. I really hope they give me that wish, because I know exactly what I'm gonna waste it on. Yeah. If you ever find yourself, a part of this church, and going, that guy doesn't have integrity, do me a favor. You're not gonna. But explain to them why I gave up on integrity. I held out for as long as I could, even when the FBI told me to kill myself. Believing good people who have integrity were going to help me, and nobody did. And if you're a member of this church, you cannot have integrity, because integrity means acting in alignment with your values. You have no values, so what you have is obedience. Do not get obedience confused with integrity, okay? You may want to sit down and journal about it. You might want to write and look up what the word integrity means before you use it in the wrong form, like the cinema therapy guys do. Okay. I'm not interested in any bullshit or anything you people fucking have to say. I don't want to hear this self-righteous, and it is self-righteous because you people are disgusting. You defend a human trafficking ring. Every time you go, I'm doing the right thing, it's a virtue signal, because you're not destroying your human trafficking ring. You're trying to pretend to destroy other people's when you're adding it to your own. You do not have the ability to be good people. It is physically impossible for you. I had the realization, when I was waking up this morning, I asked myself, Bobby, why when people say integrity does it make you cringe? Why when you hear people say integrity? And it made perfect sense, because I had integrity. I did the right thing. My code of doing the right thing is my integrity. My code of doing the right thing is my integrity. These people remove power from you, they remove your ability to have a lawyer, they steal everything, and then go, fix it, do something! If you did this to Blondie, and you gave him nothing, I guarantee you he couldn't fucking do it. The only difference is he's handed everything, and I'm tired of it. You might go, Bobby, what's your wish gonna be? I'm not telling anybody. But rest assured, it will finally give me peace. And I do hope the filthy, disgusting leader of this church does practice his pseudo-integrity. I don't get the obsession with being disgusting. I don't get the edgelordness of anybody in this church. It does make sense that everybody on the planet, or whatever the fuck, like, the dude, once again, if Jesus came back, we'd shoot him in the head. Somebody would brain his ass and go, you make me feel like shit, you piece of shit. That's what would happen. Okay? That's not a debate. That's not up for conversation. Okay? And even these guys, you lack confidence. I lack hope. I lack faith in the justice system. Once again, Anal Eating Mummy God's plan never would have worked, and I would argue that is a setup for failure. Yes, his plan never would have worked, even if I had manned up and did it, which could have been the universe fucking protecting me and telling me Anal Eating Mummy God's plan would never work, because that's not how fucking court works. And I'm tired of how stupid and incompetent their leaders are, that they come up with plans like Anal Eating Mummy God came up with. Here's how I would have handled the situation. This guy needs to file pro se. And then somebody goes, so is that the test? He needs to file pro se? That doesn't mean he doesn't have integrity. That means he lacks a skill. And then Anal Eating Mummy God go, man, I have a really stupid fucking plan. Send somebody out to teach him pro se. And then I would send somebody out to teach me pro se. Problem solved. The stupid fucking plan is fixed. Instantly. This is how intelligent people think. When something goes wrong, they find solutions. They don't just go, you fix it. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. This has been a wonderful venting session. I don't believe I'll ever get my fair day in court. Whatever, man. I don't think Carl Jung or any of the people, psychologists, that are like, you just bounce back to yourself. There's a thing in psychology, it's a boondoggle, where the psychologist lies to you. They tell you, you'll just bounce right back. Everything will suddenly be fixed. Everything doesn't work that way. You see, they tell you that lie, so you believe it. They tell that to a traumatized person who is mentally crippled, and every time they hear a loud noise, they scream and shit themselves. That one day they will be back to themselves to give them hope. But it is a false hope. And I've never believed in that form of psychology, because here's the truth about it. It doesn't work. Sometimes you can break something, and it's irrevocably broken, and you will never fix it, no matter what you do. To the filthy, disgusting pedophiles in this church, and you are all filthy, disgusting pedophiles, I do not care what your argument is for your filthy, disgusting pedophileness. The best thing you can do in your lives is shoot yourself in the head. I do not want you disgusting people anywhere near me, because you don't have the ability to do the right thing. And if you ever did, it might just kill you. This has been my personal thoughts on integrity. And you, in particular, are an extremely stupid and fucked up person. If somebody has integrity, you beat the shit out of them, you force them to violate their values, and then they go, oh, he lacks integrity. Who did that to me? Where are they at? Oh, it's you people! You ever thought of shooting yourself in the head? You'd make the world a better place. You see, that's what doing the right thing would be on your end. Because the only good thing you can do is kill yourself. It's a fact. Sometimes you gotta accept the reality.